Gosh, Mick. What a day. Oh, it's so moist out in the air. It's like you can feel it. Doesn't look like rain. At least not around here. One of my coworkers was like, "You want us in for the road?" I was like, Psh, "Yeah, whatever." But this thing's like burning in my mouth right now, dude. It's a bit spicy. Another coworker told me every once in a while you get one that's like extra strength that you didn't sign up for. We call them sleeper cells. So I don't know. Maybe I got one of those in my mouth right now because it is f***ing me up. Ouch. Oh, you know what? I forgot my earplugs, man. Couple of playful revs. Gotta hit him with it. Let him know you're there a little bit. Gotta communicate stuff to people. Like when I'm downshifting and slowing down, it's nice that they can hear that. Ah, certified amateur moment. I mean, not that I'm an amateur. I've been riding for 15 years now. This CBR 600 is my third sport bike. I've had a ZX7R, which was a wild sport bike. It was a 2000 or 2001, like a late model. It was a 750cc carbureted, bat out of hell. It had a 190 rear tire, which I really loved because I like a nice, thick rear tire. Not like a stretched or wide one or whatever, but you know, I like that. One time, man, I feel like if you're a guy and you're riding bikes, especially sport bikes at a young age, if you make it past 25 years old without having a fatal crash or a bad crash or something going horribly wrong, at a certain point you're just lucky. Because I consider myself to be a pretty considerate person, pretty careful person, all things considered. You know, I don't think I'm a crazy guy or whatever. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. But looking back on even my decision making when I had that ZX7R, looking back on it now, I realize, man, I wasn't careful. I was just lucky because I was trying to be careful, but I still did stupid shit. I remember one time I wanted to see how fast it would go on the highway earlier on when I still just bought it. This was maybe only a couple of weeks in on ownership. So I go flying down the highway and the speedometer is bouncing around 150 miles an hour. Oh, we got K-Band. What's up? The radar's chirping. And it's gone. Anyways, here I am flying down the highway, going 100 and something. Uh-oh. Oh, we gotta wave at my homie. Hey, what's up, brother? So anyways, I'm flying down the highway going maybe $150. And I get to my destination. It's at my cousin Matt's house. And I get there and I tell him, yeah, man, I opened it up on the highway. I wanted to see what it would do. And he looks at my rear tire and he's like, you stupid son of a bitch. Your rear tire's showing the metal cords. It's so worn down that you can see the metal rings in it. And you were just flying down the highway on that tire. And I was just too stupid to even think about something like that, man. I was too excited, not appreciating all the different things you got to look into. Took it to a tire shop literally that day and got new tires. Went with a cheap pair of Shinkos, but that's better than nothing. it just goes to show, man, you can think you're wise and everything, but human nature is what it is, man. I mean, if you're riding a bike, that already says that you have an interest in some excitement compared to a car, especially a sport bike. If you have a sport bike, don't lie to yourself, you know? We like to have fun. We like to try and be careful while we have fun. But it really, looking back on experiences like that really taught me, at a certain point, man, you're just lucky. You know, you learn how to be a defensive driver, a defensive rider with other cars and with conditions around you. But there's another invisible layer on that of being a defensive driver, defending against your own impulses too. Like yesterday, I had a Harley guy try and scoot away from me on this road. And I was like, all right, giddy up, let's play along. Brother! Later. And in the past, I would have wanted to be right up on him and maybe even pass him or something just to show him like, hey man, come on. But defensive riding, defending against my impulses yesterday, I was like, let's keep a nice distance because you never know what someone's going to do in front of you. Hey, brother! Ah, the hate is real. He literally looked away from me. Whoa there! Yeah, defending against your own impulses. My third sport bike was Honda CBR 1000RR. It was a 2006. I loved that bike. That thing was amazing. I put quite a few miles on it. I bought it from a weird little motorcycle repair shop that this lady ran in Orlando, right near Pine Hills Road. She had a little shop in this like strip garage area. You wouldn't even know it's there. She was like cash only kind of a thing. She had a few bikes for sale and she had the CBR there, and I can't even remember if there was anything really wrong with it that was on her radar. For whatever reason, she sold it to me for a really good deal for like $2,300. We're gonna be patient here. Wait this one out. Looking good. Looking good. So she sold me the bike for $2,300. I was riding it, everything was fine. And then one day, the dash cut out on me while I was on the highway, and then the whole bike stalled out. So I had to get it towed home. I took a look at the electrical system, and I found pretty quickly that the voltage regulator had a burnt connector connecting into it, so that was definitely going haywire. It was right before I was doing a trip up to the Tail of the Dragon from Orlando up to the Tail of the Dragon in that whole South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee area. And overnighted the part for like $98. Popped it in, was good to go the next day. I took it to the Tail of the Dragon, got this awesome photo of me on the Dragon on a rainy day, and then posted the bike for sale and flipped it. Sold it for $4,500, which is so low by today's standards, but back then it was a reasonable deal. I was in a tight spot, had to sell it, you know how it is. That bike, that 1000, it was amazing, but the moment you start playing with the bike, you're quickly getting into like felony speed territories, going over 100 just from messing around with it in second or third gear, and that's just too much sauce, man. Well, it's not too much sauce. Sorry. It's not too much sauce. It's just not the sauce I want to sip on. I want to be able to play with the bike, you know, give it the beans a little bit while still keeping it, you know, not too crazy. If I get pulled over for speeding, I'd rather it be a 60 and a 40, not a 100 and a 40 where they're taking the bike away. brother. Hey, there we go.
Another one.
Ooh, the wood walls. Okay. I didn't ask for that. What they're doing back there. Here's all that sand again. Oh, man. That's such a bummer, dude, because this turn here is so nice to hit. Ooh. Even more sand. What is going on? We've had like no rain for weeks, and then all of a sudden it downpoured a couple days ago, so now we've got sand coming out of nowhere on all these turns. Hey. Oh, a deer. Nice. And there we go. Nice, easy breezy, drama-free ride home. Thanks for joining, y'all. See you next time.